He would not want us to be sitting around crying. So what we're going to do is kind of have a party.
We're thinking, can y'all please come?
A mom of one of those friends wrote last week that the group left without Nolan when their boat began malfunctioning and that Nolan decided to stay on the island.
Is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
And when it's a black kid and white people involved, although his black friends apparently were there as well, somehow there must be racism. Somehow there must be a lack of a transparent investigation. Somehow white people gonna cover up for white people even if they wrong as two left shoes. Somehow that's projected without any indication that that's the case. How are you celebrating America's 250th birthday? Angel is bringing Young Washington to theaters. And this is not some woke, watered down version of history. This is the untold story of George Washington before he was a general, before he was president. When he was a young man facing failure, danger, and moments that will shape the leader that God would use to help build this country. That's the kind of story that we need right now. And this isn't a small budget. This is a big, bold movie that you need to see on the big screen. And right now, Angel is making it affordable. Become a Premium Angel Guild member for just $15 a month. You'll get 2 free tickets to see Young Washington in theaters, tickets to every future Angel theatrical release, and access to Angel's full streaming library. All you gotta do is go to angel.com/Tatum, join the Angel Guild today, and march into theaters to help make Young Washington the #1 movie in America. All right, now let's get into Nolan Wells. And I said this at the beginning, but I'm hoping that this doesn't turn into a Justice Smollett type situation. Am I saying there's nothing suspicious about this? No, there's some suspicious things and suspicious elements. And I want everybody to know that if you dig deep enough into anything that you can ever think about, you can create suspicion. Anything that has ever happened on planet Earth, you can create a conspiracy or suspicion out of anything. So I want people to just take it for what it is, slow down. There's no need to interject impropriety when we haven't seen any results. And to be honest, I think it's wrong. And I think it's flat out racist for people to be saying because the sheriff is white that he can't do a thorough investigation and he's going to somehow cover up for a white kid. As if every white person is supportive of every white person against black people. And I would argue this, and I'm going to say it. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to, but black people are the most racist people in America. You can argue because of the history of blacks in this country and they feel a certain way. I don't know. But I know they're the most racist, openly racist people in America. And this scenario is playing out to prove me correct. Let's roll the clip on some new updates that have come out. We have some boat transmissions, some other things pertaining to his death that I think you guys want to hear about. Roll it.
10 days after 18-year-old Nolan Wells was found dead on the shores of Mississippi's Horn Island, his family and their lawyers having their first face-to-face meeting with the local district attorney.
We did not get all the answers we want.
Nolan went on a 4th of July boat trip with friends. After some of them returned without him, his mom contacted police.
Needs to report her 18-year-old son, Nolan Wells, missing last seen at 3 on Horn Island.
And now NBC News has obtained new audio, part of a records request of a call made to a private towing company by some of Nolan's friends.
We're thinking, can y'all please come?
A mom of one of those friends wrote last week that the group left without Nolan when their boat began malfunctioning and that Nolan decided to stay on the island.
Is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
As Nolan's family waits for answers, they've learned the case will be presented to a grand jury once the investigation is complete. The DA telling NBC News that's standard procedure for cases dealing with unknown causes of death and not an indication that a crime was committed.
We also agreed that we will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts.
Nolan's parents have said they believe content may have been deleted from his cell phone and are still demanding a thorough and fair investigation.
We know in America, in the South, certain people are investigated differently.
The Jackson County Sheriff telling me his investigators have interviewed several witnesses and are still piecing together details. Do you feel like you're getting useful information that's been helpful to figuring out what happened?
Yes, sir. We're getting very useful information, and we appreciate the public coming forward.
Nolan's mother says planning for his funeral doesn't feel real.
He would not want us to be sitting around crying. So what we're going to do is kind kind of have a party to celebrate him.
So let me put this in perspective. We don't have any information that will lead to believe that investigators are not doing their job. They're cooperating with the family, as you see right now. The family saying, hey, they want to look through the evidence just like, with them, just like the prosecutors would. Nothing is afoot here. It's becoming a national story. You got people speaking, celebrities speaking out. Like, why? It's crazy because the only reason people are speaking out or saying anything about this is the illusion that it's a black kid and it's white people involved. And when it's a black kid and white people involved, although his black friends apparently were there as well, somehow there must be racism. Somehow there must be a lack of a transparent investigation. Somehow white people are going to cover up for white people even if they wrong as two left shoes. Somehow that's projected without any indication that that's the case. Now you got other situations that have happened like this that they're now drawing a connection to. And in my personal opinion, unless you're willing to say every black person is exactly the same and every black person that do a crime is representative of every other black person involved in every other situation with black people, then you shouldn't do that for white people. Now, here's another scenario. A mother lost her son after apparently it appears that there was an accident that happened. Her son drowned. The boys involved, and I'm assuming that they're both white because that's the direction that it seemed like they're going, that they somehow tamper with evidence. Nobody's been arrested in the case. It was ruled an accident, but they're drawing the parallel between these two cases for some reason. And I don't even think these are in the same jurisdiction. That was in Mississippi, and this one is in Texas. But the same talking heads are on both of these cases. Roll it.
As a mother, I knew something was wrong on day one.
The death of an 18-year-old who drowned in a lake 3 months ago is being called into question as two teens who were with him have been charged with evidence tampering. Daniel Irving drowned at Lake Ray Hubbard, about 15 miles from downtown Dallas, in April. An attorney for the family says the circumstances in his death don't, quote, add up, citing that Irving was on the honor roll and a member of the swim team.
So just imagine, as a mother or a parent, calling someone to help you save your child, and they hang up the telephone in your face.
The new details in the Irving case are drawing comparisons to that of 18-year-old Nolan Wells, who died following a 4th of July boat trip off the coast of Mississippi. According to an affidavit, 19-year-old Lucas Roper and another teen are accused of throwing out Irving's clothes and driving away from the scene, KTVT reported. It also said the two suspects were aware of the drowning, panicked, and fled the scene. They have not been charged with the death of Irving.
Two young white men come to his house to pick him up, and they go fishing, swimming, and then they come back. But yet, Daniel doesn't.
The family's attorney said the family is launching an independent investigation.
We say justice for Daniel Irvins. Justice for Daniel Irvins.
The Dallas Police Department said, quote, this was a tragic incident that resulted in the death of a young person. The medical examiner determined Daniel Irving's cause of death was drowning, and the manner of death was ruled accidental.
And let's put this scenario in perspective. Why does it have to be about race? The two white men came to his house and picked him up. They were friends, fool. This ain't we're not living in getting lynched. His friends came and picked him up. It appears that something happened. Nobody appeared to intentionally hurt him. Something happened on the boat. These kids tried to cover it up. They were held accountable. What are we saying here? And the only reason that this is even brought up or even made a deal is because this white versus black. And that's wrong. Roll the clip. This next clip.
So the autopsy for Nolan Xavier Wells will be done by...
I'm Stacy Turner, and I'm the Chief Medical Examiner of the state of Mississippi.
But the problem with this chief medical examiner is that Dr. Stacy Turner may have mislabeled other black men's causes of death. So I was looking into Mississippi Free Press, and experts pointed out that say she labeled other causes of death as undetermined, despite evidence to the contrary. So in the summer of 2021, a body was delivered to the medical examiner's office, crime lab in Jackson, Mississippi, right? He died after struggle with police. His face was swollen, he was bloodied, and he was bleeding from his neck. It was some witnesses that described seeing two deputies kneeling on him for more than 10 minutes. Yet, Ms. Turner here labeled the manner of death as undetermined, which that type of decision will call off any further investigations.
Time out. Ma'am, can you stay in your lane and put a shirt on? You call off any investigations because it was undetermined. You can't make this stuff up. There's no agency that will end an investigation because the death was undetermined. If anything, an undetermined death is grounds for a deeper investigation so you can follow up and find out and determine how the kid actually died. But they get on the thing and they just say whatever they want to say because it sounds deep and it's clickbait culture. This is what these people do, man. All right, let's get to the next clip. Now look at Paul. He should be ashamed of himself. Now I want y'all to let's do the litmus test. Litmus test. My tongue is not working today. The litmus test. Would this be okay if he was a white man saying the same thing about black people? I'm just throwing it out there. Would you be okay if this is a white man sitting on the couch saying this same thing about black kids and about black people? Roll the clip.
Allow me to drop a thought. Black parents must come to realize that they may be part of the problem when their kids lose sight of their own cultural heritage and race. Some black parents love the idea of their black kid being the only black kid in a white group. They somehow believe that it's progress and indications of great success when they can claim mostly white friends. There is an inherent danger when our kids grow up with this illusion of inclusion. Now take, for instance, the Nolan Wells case. It should be a warning shot to all black parents. Stop patting yourself on the back just because you've escaped your own people. At some point, you will realize that all you might have one day are your own people. We have been taught and programmed to not think well of our own race. Therefore, we associate everything good with being white. Now, without any chastisement of the Wells parents, I truly believe that they will search their own souls and parenting styles in regard to their tragic loss. Isolation is isolation. We could not afford to allow our children to isolate themselves in groups that lack other members of their own race.
You know how stupid you got to be at this point in 2026 still talking about race, dude? The color of somebody's skin is nothing more than melanation, whether you have more melanin or less melanin in the skin. That's all that matters. Your color, your skin does not determine how you talk. It don't determine how you act, how you think. That stuff doesn't determine anything. I know an incredible amount of black people who are completely stupid and out of control, and I know black people that are very intelligent and smart. I know black people that are very intelligent but speak with a southern drawl. I know there are black people that are very intelligent that speak very proper. There's black people that are different, that come from different places. Different places in the United States of America had different parenting structures, and we all come out very differently depending on how we were raised. But for some reason, black people want to be this nuclear source of community that don't even exist. You take your butt around too many white people, and now you ain't black enough. I don't understand. And then T.O., y'all know I got to put him out there. T.O. decided to put his bald head in this situation. T.O., just stick to, man, your career was good. You retired. Let us know you for being smart in football, because you going to get on this thing and put music behind your video to sensationalize a scenario where you don't know what you're talking about. President Trump. Sit your butt down. All right, come on, roll the clip.
I honestly don't know where to begin. But America, we have a problem.
Oh,
and I'll
right.
say this, how many times are we gonna just get up and think that a day is gonna be normal, a weekend is gonna be normal, a holiday is gonna be normal. We're waking up to tragedy.
All right, hold on. What kind of tragedy? Talking about this kind of tragedy? Come on, put Lalisha and them on the screen. Put Lalisha and them up there. And we're going to play Lalisha. T.O., you talking about this? Come on, let's put one more fight up there for good measure. T.O. All right, go back to C.O. Now, you would think T.O. talking about that. You say, T.O., I agree with you, brother. Waking up to just violence. Waking up to the homicide rate being out of control in the black neighborhood, the black communities. Black brothers killing each other. Black brothers kill more black brothers in a 6-month period than the entire 68-year history of lynching. 6 months versus 68 years of lynching. And I would think that you would be energetic, T.O., about that, but you're not. Listen to what he's talking about, why he's so mad and how he wake up in his disarray. Roll the clip.
I can't sit back and be quiet no more. Donald J. Trump, I'll say this, but I'm going to challenge you to do something in a situation where you should be intervening. And that's in this Nolan Wells case. Just saw you intervene in a soccer match, throwing your weight around as a president, throw your man. You should be calling, you should be making a call right now. You should be making a call right now to intervene. The parents, the friends, the loved ones, they need answers. The justice system, it's failing us. I'm just speaking from the heart. Didn't know where I was gonna go with this.
Yeah, I can tell.
But it needed to be said. But at the end of the day, Nolan Wells, he's not with us today. And he needs justice. His family needs justice. Donald J. Trump, I need you to intervene. That's all I got to say.
Donald J. Trump, I need your help, bro, to intervene. What do you want Donald Trump to do? Y'all be trashing Donald Trump year round. Now you want his help. What do you want him to do? Call the sheriff's office and tell him how to do an investigation? Can y'all let the investigation lead where it's going to go and then intervene and then have your complaints? If they investigate, y'all haven't let them investigate nothing. When they have findings and people get arrested, can you say, okay, all right, that's satisfactory? If they don't find anybody or it look like there's some impropriety in the process, then you bring it up and say, look, this wasn't handled properly. But y'all already saying it's not handled properly before it even happens. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.